Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
They win the final game 5-2 to remain the baseball champions of the world. The Yankees, with this 9-0 crusher, have won their 17th World Series. The Yankees again are world champions. The Yankees win their 21st World Series.
The Yankees are champions of baseball.
Ball game over. World Series over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
The Yankees are back on top. World champions for the 27th time.
Welcome back, Yankee fans. This is episode 107 of the Chase for 28 podcast. And I don't know about you, Podcast Padre, but this chase is not going to end anytime soon. How are you, Pop?
When you're in a chase, you're supposed to run, right?
Oh.
I feel like we're...
I don't even know if their eyes are open.
This should be the crawl for 28.
Dad.
Yes.
They suck. Now, I know this goes against what I said in last week's episode about, don't live and die day to day with this team. But when you look at the last 9 weeks, they suck. They are a bad baseball team.
Yeah, what I see today, they were the fourth or fifth worst record since whatever that date is in June. Like the Nationals, the Giants, the White Sox, they're like 10 games under 500. And we were a bit optimistic last week with the trades they made at the deadline, and then they proceeded to lose 5 games in a row.
Timeout. We really blew it last week while we recorded this episode because
that game.
They were up in the game 6-0, and then they lost they got swept by the Marlins. They lost a series to the Marlins for the first time in the regular season in their history.
Well,
the Marlins were the last team to sweep them.
I told you a bit of trivia. The Marlins are the only major league team that have a winning record against the Yankees for their history.
In their history. Yeah. And that includes a World Series title where they defeated the Yankees.
Yep.
I saw something interesting that I think I wanted to share. I saw it on TikTok.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
I want to make sure this is muted. No, this is statistically very interesting. So let's really quick before we get into the episode. So the Yankees have 27 World Series championships. Okay. Let me take you through those 27 championships in an interesting way. 20 of the 27 championships happened before free agency or a draft. Okay. 20 of the 27 World Series wins happened when one team in each league made the playoffs, and that was your World Series matchup.
Correct. That was into the 60s.
Yes. 16 of the Yankees' 27 championships happened before the integration of baseball. Okay. 26 of the 27 championships happened before the luxury tax was introduced in 2002. Just thought I'd throw this information out there, like some spaghetti, and see what sticks.
Well, way back when there was no draft or anything, you could just go out and sign anybody you wanted. And everybody wanted to be the Yankees, so they always went out and they signed the big farm boys. There was no competition.
And they had that nice relationship with Kansas City.
Yes, Kansas City was their minor league team. But that's
when they had good players, we got them, and then when they weren't good, we sent them back.
Yeah.
Interesting things happening in Yankee Land. All right, let's get into some current stuff. But first, the trivia question. Last week, you, the Padre, wise one of mystical question asking, you asked a question which was related to the Hall of Fame, because we had CC Sabathia, Ichiro Suzuki in the Hall of Fame, both former Yankees, CC going in with the Yankee cap on, and you asked the following question.
How many players in the Hall of Fame are in the Hall of Fame wearing a Yankee cap? What's your answer? Well, we talked about it after
We talked about it. I don't remember what I said, so you can just give the answer.
The answer is there are 25 players in the Hall of Fame as a Yankee.
Very cool.
So you said there were 250-something people in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, 267.
267. So that's like 1/10, 10%. They're in there as Yankees.
That's pretty cool. And obviously there are a lot of former Yankees, but they don't have the Yankee logo on their cap.
Yep, they didn't know. So, somebody went in, I don't remember who it was. They went in with, they played for a few teams. They went in with no logo on their cap. Can't remember who that was. Might have played for the Yankees, but he played for other teams. And he went in with no logo.
Let's pull that up. Mike Messina went in with no logo on his cap.
Okay, because he had the choice.
Roy Halladay also no logo.
Yeah, because Messina could have went in as an Oriole or a Yankee.
And actually,
Halladay could have went in as a Philly or a Blue Jay.
Let me just confirm this. Hold on. Let me do the Googling. I wonder, Yogi Berra does not have the Yankee logo on his Hall of Fame plaque on his hat.
Is he sideways?
His image is sideways. He's got a hat on, but his Hall of Fame plaque does not have the Yankee insignia on his cap.
Huh, interesting.
So I'd be curious to know if that was one of the 10 players that you considered to be a part of the 10.
Well,
I'm sure the Cousini might come out of the woodwork and
either the Cousini. I was going to text him today. I didn't get around to it. Maybe we'll stick Miles on that. He could be our investigative cub reporter.
Yes. The rest of the world has Elias. We have Miles.
There you go.
Alex did text me, and I got this Monday morning at 9:10.
Oh.
The intro to your podcast about how the Yankees figured out the Marlins aged like milk. Yeah, we missed the boat on that one. So did the Yankees. Did the Yankees. All right. So where are the Yankees right now? They're at home in the Bronx. We're recording this on Friday, August 8th. And the Yankees are currently 61-54. And just by looking at it, I can very quickly tell that they are only 7 games above 500.
Yep.
At one point this season, I think they were 25 games over 500. They are now third place in the AL East, 6.5 games behind Toronto. They are behind the Boston Red Sox, and they currently hold the third wild card position. So they wouldn't even get a home game if the playoffs started today.
That's right. That's right. And the Guardians,
they are 1-5 since the last episode. They got swept by the Marlins, and they lost 2 out of 3 to Texas.
That's right. Texas, they're lucky they won that. If they didn't win that last game in Texas, they'd be out of the playoff picture.
Yeah. I heard a very interesting note. You mentioned an article that talked about potential managerial replacements for Aaron Boone, and we'll get to that. Let me ask you this. Would Aaron Boone be the manager of the New York Yankees if he didn't hit that home run in 2003? Did he have any leg to stand on to be hired to be the manager out of the booth of Sunday Night Baseball, if not for that one connection to the fan base?
I don't know if that was his connection, but everybody when Cashman did name him the manager, everybody was like, how did you come up with him? He's on Sunday Night Baseball. Like, what prompted you to go to him? I don't remember whatever the answer was, and here we are 8 years later, and what is it with you? You think everybody's got to be manager for 10 years and then you get rid of him? I mean, the man has proven he doesn't have it, the managerial skills with pitchers and changing and whatnot.
Here's a quote from Hal Steinbrenner when they named Aaron Boone the 33rd manager of the New York Yankees. Quote, Hal Steinbrenner, quote,
"Okay.
I firmly believe that Aaron possesses the attributes needed to follow in the tradition of great Yankee managers. From all accounts, he is a polished communicator who possesses the ability to cultivate and grow relationships." End quote.
But he can't teach you how to hit the cutoff, man. Well, you hire somebody, you're going to say good things about him.
For sure.
And if you talk to him now, I mean, everybody could be like a politician. They're not going to say anything negative about him. It's like, okay, when the door's closed and nobody could hear, now what are they saying inside when they have their top secret meetings? Like, when are we going to get rid of this guy? The guy sucks. Who can we get?
They gave him an extension years ago.
I know.
Let me ask you this. Going to be about George.
Oh,
If George Steinbrenner was still alive and doing his thing, and would he have left the ballpark with the Yankees in Miami?
He would have never got to Miami.
There you go.
No, George would have got rid of him long ago, long before this season.
Is a managerial change in August something that should happen or would have the impact you would want it to have.
That's it. That's a crapshoot because as they say, the manager doesn't go out and catch the ball and hit the ball and throw the ball. You got to look at the team. They're not playing up to their potential. Now, we can go through them. We can go through the pitches. We can go through the fielders. We can go through the hitters. Who's playing up to par and who's not. But the question is, if you went in and you changed the manager right now, will that cause the whole team to say, "Oh crap! Look at what we did. We made this man get fired. We better play better now." I don't know if they've got that on their team. All of a sudden, I mean, there's an article I read today where they went through who's up to par and who's really not performing. Now, we're not going to spend this whole thing picking on Volpe again, but the article mentioned, Volpe and Wells not doing as well as they should. Wells is, they said, just as, one of the top defensive catchers, but he's chasing balls out of the strike zone. He's out-homered what he did last year, but he's chasing balls and he's striking out more, and his batting average is lower. And Volpe is Volpe. I'll just leave it at that. They said the only ones, for player development that the Yankees have come up with, they're saying Bird and Dominguez. They're performing well. Pitchers, Fried and Rodon, ever since this slide started in June, Fried and Rodon have not pitched like they did up to that point. And now you got to say his name right, Schlittler. And Warren. Now, I guess Heal's going to pitch tomorrow. He'll crap the bed on Sunday. But again, they said he only had 14 innings in the minor leagues to get ready for to pitch in the majors.
Yeah.
So there's your pitching staff. But when you watch games now, or you listen to them, Fried and Rodon, they're walking people. They're throwing too many pitches. By the fifth inning, they're gassed. And then you got to go to the bullpen for 4 innings. You can't keep doing that every day. You got to those two. They have to get you into the 7th inning, and they're not doing it. I don't know.
And
Fried
coming out of the trade deadline
with his blister. I don't know.
I picked a blister off my hand before I went to Pickleball yesterday. I had no problem.
Well, I thought your backhand was no.
No, but coming out of the trade deadline, we were obviously excited. It looked like they brought in these reinforcements of the bullpen, going from 1.5 closers. Devin Williams being the half a closer.
He's not even a half.
To having, 3 guys who could close a game. And I haven't been impressed. Yeah. Who had the 5-out save last night?
What is his? Bedin? The one from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah. He told,
what's his name? Bednar.
Bednar. Yeah. He told Boone, go back. I got this guy. Luckily. But, I don't know. They I like the other ones that, you read the article where it's captioned, these 5 Yankees will not be on the team next year. They're not bringing them back.
I'm sure they're all very obvious.
Well, they say Williams. That's an obvious one. He's going to be a free agent. Somebody else wants you.
Thanks for nothing.
Go. I'm not so sure they keep mentioning
real quick, by the way, I did not realize, hold on, time out. I did not realize that Nestor Cortez, who we traded for Devin Williams, only made 2 starts with Milwaukee this year, and he's now on the Padres. He started for the Padres. He was injured.
Oh, they traded? I didn't know
Nestor Cortez made his 3rd start of the season the other night for the Padres.
Yeah, I didn't know they traded him.
He had his crappy opening day start against the Yankees. Then he had a good start, and then he was hurt. And then he made his 3rd start, made a crappy start. He's on the Padres now.
Wow.
So everybody lost that trade.
Yes. They keep mentioning Weaver. I mean, Weaver's had a couple of bad, spots here and there, but he's had some good ones. And he does not make a lot of money. So I don't necessarily know if he's gone. Maybe it just depends on, what kind of contract he's looking for and what kind of offers he gets.
You know who's disappointed me this season out of the bullpen? Jonathan Loaisiga.
Yep.
He is somebody who for the last, 3 years, whether it's me and AJ, me and you, we have talked about, could this guy be the next actual closer? We have fallen way short of that.
Yeah, no, I agreed with you guys way back in the beginning that he was going to be the closer. He had that good rising fastball. It's like he can't locate it now. He's throwing the ball like right over the middle of the plate.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they signed him, because there have been too many pitchers in the past who went to have Tommy John surgery, and the Yankees don't give them the time of day, and they sign with somebody else, and then they have phenomenal seasons, a la Nathan Eovaldi, who has done well wherever he's gone, and he did well for Boston. He pitched against the Yankees. Every time he pitches against the Yankees, he does great.
Yeah,
he's pitching for Texas, and that's one that I don't know why they let him get away. But let's see, who else? Who else comes to mind that they're saying won't be on the team anymore? I don't know. A whole bunch of them shouldn't be on the team anymore.
I mean, we got guys in this bullpen. I mean, I don't know if the guys that they traded for are going to be back on this team next year.
Well, a couple of them, I think one more of them is a free agent at the end of this season. But the rest of them, I think they're all signed, through next year. And I think one of them is even signed for the year after.
Yeah.
But, I mean, all the pitching in the world, fine. But we need guys that put the bat on the ball. We need, guys singles, doubles. Get some hits. Learn how to play. And the defense has to get better.
I don't know how this team forgot how to hit. This was a team that was like gangbusters, hitting the ball all over the field. 5 home runs in a row in an inning, home runs in the game. And it's just been a slow decline.
That's just it. I don't want just home runs.
Oh, no, I get it. But I mean, they were hitting the ball earlier in the season.
Yeah, we need people that spray the ball around.
If I told you at the beginning of the season that on August 8th, Aaron Judge would have 37 home runs, 85 RBIs, batting .338, and the Yankees would be in third place, what would you have told me?
What happened to everybody else?
Yeah, there you go. And that Cody Bellinger had 20 home runs, 66 RBIs, and was batting .275.
Yeah, you'd be like...
And that Trent Grisham had 20 home runs, 44 RBIs, and was batting .243.
You'd be thinking, how are they only in third place?
Here's some fun stuff for you in terms of how they use the players they have. Trent Grisham, 1 stolen base. Jason Dominguez, 19 stolen bases. By the way, still leads the team in stolen bases, 19.
Well, like I said, he runs like a deer. Oh, Grisham was another one where they said that he's not going to be on the team next year.
No, there's no place for him.
There's no place for him, and he got himself in position to get a nice little contract. Good for him.
Good for him. But again, it seems inevitable that next year is going to become the focus sooner than November. They're just not playing good baseball.
Yeah, I can't. Unless there's a tremendous turnaround within the next, month and a half? We got 3 weeks in August and then September. Unless there's a great turnaround. What is there, like 50 games left?
Yeah.
What would you say? They got to win 30 of them?
They might have to win more than 30. 30 and 20?
Well,
I'd like to
30
see it.
Still gets them over 90 wins.
90 wins will get you in the playoffs. So, yeah, okay. They'd be 91 and 74.
Yeah, so we'll see. But again, will that happen? Could it happen? Sure, it could happen. Could they just fall flat on their face and not even make the play? If they don't make the playoffs, there's got to be a whole change.
All right. If they don't make the playoffs, does Aaron Boone survive?
There's no way. I can't see that. There's no way that could happen.
If they don't make the playoffs, does Brian Cashman survive?
I'd say no. You've had over 20 years, and this is where you are? No. And how quickly do you see a change?
Well, hopefully they move quicker than the Knicks. They still don't have a head coach.
Yes, they do.
Who'd they hire? Oh, no. Oh, yeah, they hired, my bad, Mike Brown. Sorry.
Mike Brown. Sorry.
Sorry. Whoops. Real quick. I had asked you, or while we were talking, I went into to ChatGPT, and I said, what's the latest an MLB team fired their manager and made it to the World Series in the same season?
Okay.
So according to the AI, which I'm not going to do super research here, the most recent MLB team to fire their manager during the season and still make it to the World Series that year.
Okay.
Number 1, the 2003 Florida Marlins. They started the year 16-22, fired Jeff Torborg, and brought in Jack McKeon. The only other time in history, according to the AI, that a team fired their manager and made it to the World Series that season were the 1978 New York Yankees. They fired Billy Martin and brought in Bob Lemon. Is that accurate? 78?
But what wasn't when the Phillies fired Girardi? That's the year they made it to the World Series. And it was the old the third base coach that they had who was from the Yankees.
Well, that's why we got to double check our AI.
Where's Miles when you need him?
Probably listening intently. Oh, yeah, Rob Thompson, yeah. I was thinking, they won the World Series.
Yeah, that was what, 2022?
2022, yeah. All right. Well, folks, that's why you can't just rely on the AI.
There you go.
Although I pulled a U and I didn't ask the question the right way.
Blame me. I'm not even there. Blame me.
All right. Anything else we want to complain about?
I don't know. Again, here they are. They're still losing 2-0. Freaking Altuve. Man's 36 years old. Why don't he just go retire someplace?
Yeah.
You know what they should? You know what he should do? He should work out a deal with Major League Baseball, the American League. Trade me from every series. Just trade me to the team that's playing the Yankees. Let me play them all 162 games. He'll be the league MVP.
Could you imagine? Oh, that's crazy. It's crazy talk, I tell you. All right. So it's the bottom of the 6th inning. Yankees are losing 2-0. Tomorrow is Old Timers Day.
Did they bring back...
What'll be the better game tomorrow? Old Timers softball or the Yankees and the Astros?
Did they say, is it still going to be softball or is it going to be a regular game?
Softball.
Softball? Yeah, because who is it? Clemens is coming for the first time and Alfonso Soriano.
Yes, I'm going to pull this up real quick. We got first timers. Roger Clemens, David Justice, Alfonso Soriano, Jose Vizcaíno. We'll also have on hand Ron Guidry, Paul O'Neill, Tino Martinez, Andy Pettit, Jorge Posada, future manager. Maybe he could just manage the team after the game.
Maybe just
Willie Randolph, Bernie Williams. Clay Bellinger will be on hand to participate.
Oh, father-son game.
And I think I mentioned this. Yeah, I mentioned this at the beginning of the season, that Clay Bellinger got a World Series ring in every single one of his 4 major league seasons. Let's see.
Right spot at the right time.
All right. Here's the roster of expected attendees. Here we go. Jesse Barfield, Clay Bellinger, Boone, Homer Bush, Chris Chambliss, Roger Clemens, David Cohn, Johnny Damon, Bucky Dent, Brian Doyle, John Flaherty, Dwight Gooden, Ron Guidry, El Duque, David Justice, Billy Martin's wife, Jill Martin, will be on hand. Tino Martinez, Lee Mazzilli, Ramiro Mendoza, Gene Monahan, Diana Munson, of course, widow of Thurman Munson, which maybe we can finish with that today, as we just passed the anniversary of Thurman Munson's passing.
August 2nd, yeah.
Kay Mercer, the widow of Bobby Mercer, Greg Nettles, Paul O'Neill, Andy Pettit, Lou Piniella, Jorge Posada, Randolph, Rivera, Mickey Rivers, Louis Soho, Soriano, Shane Spencer, Mike Stanton, not Giancarlo, but the original Mike Stanton, Joe Torre, Jose Vizcaíno, Roy White, and again, Bernie Williams. And they will be playing a little Old Timers Day game.
Roy White's got to be the oldest
Fans should be in their seats by 12 o'clock.
Roy White's the oldest one. He's got to be in his 80s.
Is he the greatest living old Yankee?
Maybe.
No.
Maybe. He played for them a long time.
Yeah.
I wondered, does it say anything about, they have the announcers on the field? Are they bringing back Sterling?
That's not a part of this article?
Maybe he'll be a surprise.
Maybe.
I could see that.
Let's see. How old is Roy? Roy White was born December 27th, 1943. He is 81.
Okay, yeah, I don't think
and he played for the Yankees for 15 years. Yeah. 15 years with the Yankees, 1965 through 1979. He played with them age 21 through 35. He was an all-star in 1969 and 1970. And career strikeouts, 708.
Not bad. That's 3 seasons for Judge.
Yeah. Nice little player.
Yep.
Switch hitter.
Yep.
All right. Before the trivia, it only seems appropriate. We just mentioned Thurman Munson. I was not alive. You were. What do you recount from all of that?
Thurman Munson, he was the heart and soul of the team. It was like, he did whatever needed to be done. He could hit a home run, but he wasn't a big power hitter. He hit close to 300. He got RBIs. He got clutch hits. He was a bulldog. He was a bulldog. And when that happened, that was like the saddest day in New York. And I don't know if you've ever seen it, but the whole team went to his wake.
Yeah.
And Steinbrenner told Major League Baseball, we're going to the wake. If you want to, they were going to play the Baltimore Orioles. And Steinbrenner told Major League Baseball, you want to give us a forfeit? Give us a forfeit. I don't care. But the players, made sure they said, no, we're going to get on a plane. We're coming back. And that's a game. If you could ever go, if they got the highlights someplace, Bobby Mercer played out of his body that night. He hit a home run. He got the game-winning hit to the opposite field. But that was some game. That was like such an emotional game. I remember we had that playing in the city. We had a softball game that night where we were all. You've heard me say we were all standing outside the cheese store, and we were all like, oh my, like he's dead. Like how could this happen?
Yeah, Bobby Mercer drove in all 5 runs that night.
Yeah,
and the Yankees won 5-4.
Yeah, Mercer, Munson, and Piniella were like brothers on that team. They were inseparable.
Yeah, Thurman Munson joined the Yankees as a 22-year-old in 1969.
Yeah, rookie of the
Played
year.
26 games. He was a 7-time All-Star. He made the All-Star team 6 years in a row, 1973 to 1978. And he was the American League MVP in 1976.
Yeah.
Why isn't he in the Hall of Fame?
Good question. I think if the tragedy never occurred and he played maybe 3 more years, he'd be in. Why? Like the old timers committee that votes people in, why they haven't voted him in, I don't know, but he definitely was. They talk about like in your era, how did you compare to the other people of your position and whatnot? You just said it in the 70s. He was at the top of his game.
Can you name who were the other renowned catchers of the 1970s?
Oh, it was him and Carlton Fisk from Boston. They were the chief rivals. Fisk had a little bit more power. Fisk also had a wall. But no, they were the chief rivals against each other. Fisk isn't in the Hall of Fame, is he?
Let me see.
Go see.
He played 1969 to 1993.
Yeah, he stayed around a lot. Yeah, but Boston got rid of him. He stayed around. He ended up with the White Sox. He played with everybody.
He is in the Hall of Fame, yes.
He is. Okay. Well, again, he deserves it. I don't think Munson would have played. Munson didn't want to play that much. He really missed being with his family, which is why he got his pilot's license.
Yeah.
He wanted to be able to fly home on off days. And that's where the accident happened.
So this is what the AI came up with. The AI came up with for the elite catchers of the 1970s. Johnny Bench of the Reds.
Right.
Fisk of the Red Sox. Munson. Ted Simmons of the Cardinals. Gene Tennis. Oakland,
yeah.
Other notables, Jim Sundberg, Bill Freehan, Darryl Porter, and Manny Sanguillen.
Pittsburgh Pirates. Okay.
But you look at this, 1970 Rookie of the Year, 76 MVP, 3 Gold Glove Awards, 7 All-Star appearances, World Series champion, 77-78, 357 career World Series average.
When they lost to the Cincinnati Reds in 1976, they lost 4 games to nothing. One of the things I remember from that was Sparky Anderson was the manager of Cincinnati, and his comment after the World Series was, that guy they got over there, Munson, he's some hell of a ball player.
Wow.
Oh, well.
All right. Well, continue to rest in peace, Thurman Munson, number 15. All right. Our trivia question for today, I believe you said it's another Hall of Fame themed question?
Yep, another Hall of Fame.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. This one is, how many players in the Hall of Fame played their entire career as a Yankee? So last week's was, how many are in there with a Yankee cap on? 25, but they played for other teams. How many of them only played for the Yankees?
So it's less than 25.
It's less than 25.
Because CC Sabathia did not.
Right.
I'll give everybody 1. Derek Jeter is 1.
Oh, you come up with another one right away.
Mickey Mantle.
Oh, that's not the one I thought you were going to say.
Joe DiMaggio. Yogi Berra.
See, if you keep thinking about it, you might get them all. How about the only guy who went in unanimously?
Mariano Rivera.
There you go.
That's 5, folks. Come up with the rest.
Yeah, 4 more.
4 more?
Oh, I gave it away. Ah!
All right. Name the other 4
There you go.
Yankee Hall of Famers who played their whole career with the team. Great job, Dad. I don't have a button for that.
Maybe AJ will get it now. and Alex. Yep. And Cuisini.
There you go. Let's see. Does this work?
What?
No, it doesn't work.
You could always cut it out.
No, that's fine. No big deal.
Who cares?
Wait, does this work? Did that come through to you?
No.
Oh, okay. Don't worry about it. It was an AJ sound effect.
Oh.
All right. Real quick before we say goodbye for episode 107, thank you to SeatGeek for powering the Chase for 28 podcast. You can use the SeatGeek app to get tickets to Yankee games, concerts. You got something to say?
Hold on, keep going. I'll tell you in a second.
Concerts, sporting events. The NFL is right around the corner. Get your football tickets, get your Broadway tickets, all sorts of tickets up on the SeatGeek app. Use our promo code CHASE428 at checkout, and you will save $20 on your first order on SeatGeek. Get the app, go to chasefor28.com/SeatGeek. And need me to keep talking?
2-2.
2-2. The Yankees have tied the game.
Yay.
Yes.
What do they got?
Let's go.
I don't know how, but Rice has an RBI and Judge has an RBI.
All right. Well, you can reach out to the podcast. Oh, real quick, I did want to give a shout out to somebody who I mentioned the podcast on social media.
Yeah.
And Coop Otter over on Blue Sky said, good name for your podcast. Plus, you won't have to change it anytime soon. To which I replied, you never know, but thanks. Will you check us out? So in his profile, this person says they're a Yankee fan. I said, will you check us out? He said, I did, and I liked it. So, Coop, if you're listening, welcome to the show.
Now, before we go, do you know?
Yeah.
Have you listened to The Fan at all this week?
A little bit.
A little bit?
On and off in the garage.
Do you notice how now they refer to one of their players that they signed? The new name they've given him?
Oh.
Juan
Solo.
Boy, how the tide has turned.
Yes. Well, so real quick. So that was on Evan Roberts's Rico Bronya Met Sport podcast. And Sal Licata on the midday show took it out of context. I was listening today, took it out of context that it was about Juan Soto being an all about himself guy, not really befriending anybody, just kind of staying to himself. And Evan came on near the end of the midday show and clarified, no, it's the fact that a bulk of his home runs are just all solo shots. Nobody on base, meaningless, not really making that impact.
Right.
So
That's how
may the force be with him in Queens.
Oh,
yes. All right. Reach out to us via email. We are feedback@chasefor28.com is the email address. Send us your questions, your complaints, trivia, question, answers. And we're also on X @chasefor28pod. And you can send us a voicemail, chasefor28.com/voicemail. That's it for this episode. Coming up, the Yankees have the rest of this series against the Astros. Then next week they are home for the Twins. And then they hit the road for a series in St. Louis. And that's the next week. Hopefully we'll be back on Friday the 15th with another episode for you next week. If you enjoy the show, share it. If you didn't like it, don't tell anybody it exists. Or tell them how horrible it is and they got to go check it out.
That's right. Where do you hear these two guys?
Anything else, Pop?
Nope, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Better luck this week, boys.
Better luck this week. All right. I'm Chris. He's the Podcast Padre, and we will see you next week.